Welcome back, everybody, to the second episode of the Florida series. In the last episode, we explored the wonders of Disney World for the first day, and it was pretty awesome, honestly. We got to see a lot of stuff, but that was only the first day. Today, we are looking at Epic Universe. It's gonna be epic! No pun intended. Welcome to Universal Studios' Epic Universe. It is the newest addition to the park, and I gotta say, the entrance to this one, specifically amongst the ones we're gonna see in this series, looks epic. This gate-looking thing, along with all the pathways along to it, there are so many palm trees, but once we actually got through security and everything, this giant gate that had all the different emblems of the lands was pretty awesome. And all the different lands themselves are really cool, which we're gonna see pretty soon. Which we're gonna see pretty shortly, so why don't you guys take a look at Celestial Park. This place is designed after the Greek mythology gods. Well, that's why it's called Celestial Park anyway. They have a lot of cool, like, star galaxy things, and there are so many different water fountains, it's insane. Sadly, most of them weren't working by the time we were there. It was just so hot, maybe they broke down or something. But the rest of the place was epic. They had... epic again. The rest of the place was so awesome. They had this merry-go-round type thing, which was really advanced. We didn't go on it because we had more thrill rides to go to. That's a little foreshadowing, but even though it does look so cool, and they have just, again, like space, moon stuff everywhere. It's awesome. So after walking through the Celestial Park, looking at that a little bit, we decided to go on over to the Mario Land because we figured that would be probably the best thing to do earlier in the morning. Even though it's not rope drop, it was still pretty early. There were tons of people here. So, we headed on up this escalator and recreated like a YouTuber thumbnail pose. And we're entering the Super Mario Bros. Land. It's gonna look so awesome. Ta-da! Here it is!
Whoa! Holy cow! There's a bunch of Mario. This is huge. I'm immersed.
I think this park is becoming my favorite of the two we visited so far, especially this Mario World. It just looks like you're actually like playing one of the games in person. It's so cool. And they have interactable features everywhere, especially if you buy like one of those bracelet things. You can do so much more. And even these like power-up question mark blocks, it's so cool. You can actually punch them and it makes a little coin sound effect. It's so cool. And just when we thought we saw about everything, there was like another level of things down here, and there was this cool wayfinder that you could look down and see through. It's just like an endless maze of Mario. It's insane. So we decided to go check out this Mario Kart style gift shop here and see what they had in stock. And after that we headed on over to the Donkey Kong Bonanza area. I think that's what it's called, maybe Donkey Kong Country, something like that. And it's so cool. There's a giant castle in the background and everything too. It's awesome. We didn't go on any rides in this one, but we did take a good look at the scenery and everything. It's so cool. In the Donkey Kong part of this thing, they had one ride, which, yeah.
Castle. Oh, should we go on that one, Gabe?
That looks so tame.
Okay, maybe it is a little bit more intense than I thought it was originally. But yeah, we're gonna go on that one later. While we were here, we decided to get the DK float. Some of our people in our party got it. It's a mix of like banana and pineapple sodas and stuff. It looked like a sweet treat to enjoy in the hot Florida weather.
You're gonna see. We are going on that.
I think this might be my favorite part of the Mario experience for this park in Epic Universe because there's just so much like Donkey Kong jungle stuff. It's epic. They had like this crashed plane, which I haven't played the Donkey Kong games, but I'm assuming that's from one of them. And they had the official Donkey Kong music playing in the background. You know the one. So we left that area for now and decided to go and take a ride on some Mario Kart. This park is going to turn out to have the longest queue lines ever. I think on average we spent about 2 hours in each line. We could have gotten so much more done if we picked the right times to ride each ride. But yeah, I guess the one good thing about this queue was that there was a lot of Mario Kart stuff to see because, well, it was a Mario Kart ride after all, so Mario Kart stuff makes sense, right? So the theme around this one is Bowser's Castle, and I gotta say it does fulfill that name. We are definitely inside of Bowser's Castle right now. This first area was neat. It was set up to be like it kind of reminded me of like a TwitchCon, like news interview style thing. It was cool. And they had mementos of the different Mario Kart games just everywhere, sprinkled around. I especially love this Bowser logo just plastered on the wall here. It looks so menacing. Once we got into the hallway part of the queue, which is right before the library you'll see in a bit, there were all the different Mario Kart 8 trophies, which is really neat. I 100%ed that game, meaning got like all the gold trophies, so seeing these just gives me some flashbacks. That took forever. Do you think we're supposed to keep out? I don't think we're supposed to go in there, but the queue goes that way anyways. So now we are entering into Bowser's library and his like little den type thing. It's really neat. They had all these different books on the shelves were actually labeled with like in-world items and things and puns on various enemies within the Mario universe. I think the main thing that I would applaud this ride queue for is its attention to detail on in-world things. Like this plan to defeat Mario or Team Mario or whatever is really cool. Like they had this desk here with like notes and everything, and even like the math of a Goomba shell.
Oh, that's cool. Stained glass piranha plant.
Super neat.
Over here, stupid. Oh, I didn't mean it. Sorry.
Sorry, little buddy. Anyways, we have some more books here. Try and pause it or just look and see if you can find some of the puns in there. There's some pretty funny ones. Take a look. And then they had this like spinning mobile type thing for Mario Galaxy, which is really cool. I love playing that game on the Wii. Like 10 years ago? Dang, how old is it? All this decoration is making me want to have some of this stuff at home. Can I like print this or 3D print this stuff? I really want it in my room. It looks so cool. Just actually really cool replicas of everything. That seems to be the theme with this place, is really cool replicas of things that would be in the actual Bowser's Castle. Alright, here we go. We turned a corner and we're suddenly in a factory of all the evil villain guys. You have Bob-omb factories, you have those little wind-up guys. Everybody's getting made in this factory. Oh, also watch out for the lava. It's really hot. Don't do that. Don't put your face that close to it. You're gonna get burnt. And here we are. We're finally at the place where you get your VR goggles, because this ride is kind of a VR type thing mixed in with some actual physical props for the ride. It's really cool. So we got into this holding cell and we're about to go on the ride. So I'll let you guys enjoy it. Here you go. Let's watch some Mario Kart. I will talk over this one because it's basically just Mario Kart, but in your face more, I guess. It's really cool the way they kind of intertwine the two reality with virtual reality. It was neat to see how they did that. Especially like the coin system, because they had the actual ride vehicle hooked up to the headset. So I don't know how they did that, because we like clipped on the headset to something. It was really cool. But throughout, our team ride vehicle tried to compete against each other. I think I placed pretty well in the end, like maybe second place, third place. It was really hard to get coins in that one. I think I prefer normal Mario Kart because it's not a 2-hour wait. But yeah, I still loved it. And since the theme was Bowser's Castle, of course we had to ride through Bowser's Castle, as well as some other well-known Mario Kart tracks. But I really do like the way that the background intertwined with it. Like I said, they do a really good job of doing that. Well, Team Bowser ended up winning in the end, but it was a fun ride nonetheless. So that was all we explored for the Mario Land now. We're going to go on over to the Harry Potter Land, which is in France. Now, before we go into this awesome epic land and epic universe of Harry Potter, I gotta say, I have a lot of bias towards this because I am a Potterhead through and through. I love the Harry Potter universe and the Wizarding World and all that stuff. But nonetheless, here we are in the Wizarding World of France. Yeah, that's different than Diagon Alley, isn't it? An epic universe that's set in France, which was seen in the second Fantastic Beasts movie, where they did like the circus thing, which actually, there is the circus thing here that we could have gone and seen, but we had other priorities to do, such as food. We were starving by the time we got here, and we just wanted to go find some nice yummy food to go sit down and eat for a while. So this one, unlike the Mario Land and even the Celestial Park, is like, I don't know how to describe other than it's more brick, like there's a lot of brick everywhere. It's brick buildings, and it actually feels like early 20s France. So while I was taking in the sight lines along the way and just following our group, the rest of the group was beelining it towards one of the restaurants, which we're going to come up on in a bit. It's called Le Goblet Noir. I think I'm saying that right. I'm not French, I don't know. But it was this really tasty place where we could eat some actually really good food. But actually the tavern itself, here we go, the interior of this place, it actually just looked like a tavern. It looked like we were just in some old crusty tavern where all the drunk guys hang out. But no, it was like high dining fancy food and everything.
We got the make
I especially love this like wall of wine bottles. I might have to recreate that in my single player world eventually, because it's just so cool. I love to see that. And since the bar or tavern, whatever you want to call it, Le Goblet Noir, was tucked away behind like a tunnel thing, there wasn't that many people there, so we actually got really lucky. So we got to enjoy our nice beef stew in peace, because that's what I ordered. The beef stew was so good. So after we got our food, we didn't go on any rides this time. We'll do that as the last thing of our trip today. We did go and explore the rest of the town, though, of the France Wizarding World, and there was some pretty cool stuff. There was places to use our wands and everything. I did end up using my wand eventually later on. You might get to see it. I don't know if I actually recorded that, but there were like super fun ways to use your wand everywhere throughout this park. And one last appraisal of the Wizarding World before we leave the park to go to a more dark place. But for right now, we gotta enjoy this gate. Look how big this gate is. The gold statue and everything just looks so cool. Okay, now time for the scary part. It's a roller coaster. I hate roller coasters. I did not want to go on this one. But I told my friends I go on one single roller coaster, so of course this is the one they chose. Enjoy!
I'm gonna die.
That was terrible. I hated every second of that. We will not be doing it again. Anyways, enjoy this bucket list because we have one for Epic Universe as well. Throughout this series, we're going to be going to all the different Universal parks and seeing everything they have to offer. It's a lot. So, I have made a bucket list of all the things me and my group just have to do. So, here you go. Starting off, we have to see the Harry Potter stage show, which is at Circus 1, or they have a different one with more fantastic beasts. Use a wand's abilities, which is just Wingardium Leviosa, and take a picture with a character in every land, kind of similar to the Disney Agenda one. And then, do a Men in Black ride contest because they have a ride where you can shoot a bunch of aliens. Get someone jump scared by the Velociraptor in the Isles of Adventure Jurassic Park area. And finally, ride the Simpsons ride because I love the Simpsons and I have to ride it. So that's all for the bucket list. After that, after the roller coaster, we went back on over to the Wizarding World of France to check out the Metro Flu and their Ministry of Magic. Which is actually the British Ministry of Magic, weirdly enough. Or at least I think it is, but it still looks awesome either way. It was a giant place, and can you believe this is all like indoors and underground and stuff? I don't know how they did it, but it really feels like we're just getting blue powdered into this place. So I think this is set after the events of the last movie, I don't know, but you can see Umbridge is on trial for this ride. We did look at the queue because there's a nice walking path you can see to just look at everything because there's so much. There's office buildings filled with everything, and these giant statues were amazing. And this guy in the background was really cool too. It was like a screen fading off at some point. Their use of perspective was really cool. And while I was recording the background, I apparently just missed my friend here. He's trying to wave to me. Hi buddy, I see you now. So anyways, as I'll talk about more while we're actually in the ride queue itself for 2.5 hours. Whew, that was a long end to the day we have here. I'm just going to say the attention to detail, that's going to be my favorite topic of this entire series because it actually is cool. Every single brick has a gradient and like every single piece of furniture has dust on it. It's honestly amazing the amount of work they put into this stuff. Even for just a ride queue, not the actual ride.
Oh, look at all this stuff. Oh. Wow, there's actually some good stuff I might want to get. Oh, but they're all leaving. I'm not going to leave.
So that was our exploring we did for the Ministry of Magic. After that we headed on over to the Donkey Kong ride in Donkey Kong Country. It was a pretty fun ride, honestly. The wait time was also 2.5 hours on this one. Yeah, we were feeling really tired by the end of it. And every electronic we had was dead too. Not a fun wait time. But there were some redeeming qualities. Like just all the jungle things, and they had like these misters too, so we didn't get too heated when we were out in the sun for that little bit. And then this old Grandpa Donkey Kong, I don't know his name, but they had an animatronic that was cool, telling a story about the ride, so enjoy this.
All of you to hop in these here minecarts and help the DK crew chase those block-headed tiki-taks out of the temple. What do you mean, me? I told you there's a nap with my name on it. And besides, I'm pretty comfy right here in my rocking chair. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. When you're out there, keep your eyes open for the big boss, Tiki Tong. You hear? That bongo brain bozo can hypnotize you. One look into his eyes, and he'll have you squawking like a parrot. Get it, you overgrown dodo! You see, those noisy nincompoops are after the secret golden banana. The same golden banana that's been safe in the temple for thousands of years.
I hope you like that, and here we go on the actual ride itself. I like this one, apart from the ride vehicle itself, because there are parts in the track where it just doesn't exist, so they had to do like a hopping animation type thing for the minecart. Which was not that great because it literally jolted us back and forth in our seats. I think we got a little bit bruised from that ride. It did not feel that great. But we did have a fun time hurling down the different minecart tracks and seeing all the different Donkey Kong Easter eggs. I haven't played the games or anything, so I don't know them. But if you can spot them, tell me. Like right here specifically, you see where there's no track? Yeah, we're kind of just floating there, and then wham, we get like slammed in our seats back to where we're supposed to be. But this nice refreshing mist of water was nice. And that's the end of that ride. We're just hopping parks left and right at this point. Now we're headed on over to the Isle of Berk for the How to Train Your Dragon area. This is probably going to be one of my favorites because I absolutely love the movies and all the different lore and stuff. This tower thing is really cool, and especially the spinning dragon on that ball there. Nice touch. Welcome to the Isle of Berk. Look at that stone tablet. I wonder how they made that. But look, we're literally like in the movies right now. It looks exactly like they do in the movies, except, you know, no cliffs or water faces or whatever. No oceans, but apart from that, it looks like identical to the movies. It's crazy how good they did of a job here. Just feels like everybody's a Viking, especially the people wearing Viking hats. Yep, you could buy those here. Oh, look at that roller coaster in the distance. I hate that thing. I want to forget about it entirely. So we were exploring around, looking at the different things. My friends got in a ride, but I kept on exploring because I don't like roller coasters, but I do like dragons. This spiral, like, sideways cliff thing here is deceptively big. It's probably like 50 feet tall, maybe a little bit taller than that, but it feels like 200 feet tall. Their use of perspective, again, is outstanding. Can't get enough of it. So I did some exploring through gift shops and whatnot and found some pretty cool stuff. Look at this oak log that has Hiccup and, what's his name, Toothless, carved into it. Is this actual wood? Because if it is actual wood, can you get that in my house? I want that. I want that as a decoration, please. I kind of wish I went on this water ride, although I didn't really want to get soaked along with all my other stuff. It did look interesting though, whatever it was. I don't actually know what it was. Maybe like dragon training or something? It looked fun. And especially like the docking area full of all that stuff kind of reminds me of my single player world as well. So after they were off of the ride that I did not go on, we went to Pizza Moon, which was in Celestial Park, to go get some food and just chill out. Our next destination is Monsters Land.
It's alive! It's alive! Is that the Las Vegas Sphere? Is that the LA Sphere?
More formally known as Dark Universe. It's a fitting name because it's full of all the old books and stuff of all the, like, Frankenstein and everything. So here we are, welcome to Dark Universe. It's actually pretty cool to see all this like scary sci-fi, dark horror type stuff brought into a physical actual park that you can walk through. The cast members, I gotta give a hats off to them because they were playing their parts perfectly. The weird violinist guy, the werewolf, the invisible man. But the big staple of this park is obviously Frankenstein's castle in the background and the giant Frankenstein's ride. These look so cool, like old Victorian era maybe, Gothic architecture, I don't know what you call it, but either way it looks sick. So while we were waiting for other people to join us or just wandering around, we did some, wandering around into gift shops and stuff. They had some weird creatures in these bottles over here. If you can tell me what these are, I don't know. Tell me what they are, please. So after the whole group got back together, we decided to go on the Frankenstein's ride. The premise of this one is that it's Frankenstein's granddaughter who is trying to bring their family name back into a good light. So that's going to be a fun ride you'll see in a bit. But for now, we're exploring the interior of the mansion, or castle. Mansion castle.
Oh, candles. Can I sit there? Oh my god, I need to sit there right now. Lay on that couch.
I so wish I could have sat down on that couch. My feet were killing me by this point. It was a long week we had in Florida. I wonder what's in this crate over here. It says we're not supposed to open it. Do I count as a lab rat? Okay, this room was cool. They had an actual, like, Frankenstein body in here, as well as x-rays of what muscles and bones just aren't there anymore, because he's a zombie. Well, not a zombie, but you know what I mean. And then the rest of the study place had some cool, like, skeletons and potion type stuff. I wish I could have spent more time in this room to just see all the lore behind all of it. And this projector room seemed to be playing like the actual old movies from the early Universal pictures, like The Werewolf Man and Frankenstein's Monster. We're getting closer to the ride, the electricity is starting to show. I especially liked all these portraits of the different monsters and stuff. I wonder who painted them.
Whoa!
The electricity is flowing through the corridors of the Frankenstein mansion. So here we go, enjoyed the preview to the ride and the ride itself.
Little Labrax, come close. I will touch you. I sense fear in your hearts.
My job is to get you through this experiment in one piece. But Igor, I hear you say, where's the fun in that? I agree, you delightful freak. Sadly, this is not that kind of experiment. This is a Catacombs Navigation Unit. All you little lab rats and your little lab rat friends get to ride one. You sit, Igor steers, nothing goes wrong. The doctor will
They were afraid of what he had done. But you will see. There's nothing to fear. Show them.
What's doctor?
Lower the lights, quickly. Now. These people are friends. See? There's nothing to be afraid of. He is amazing. Better than the original. He is the key to our most exciting experiment. For years, I have studied and controlled the monsters that prowl the darkness. And only one remains. I will control my ultimate challenge. Count Dracula. Call yourself! That wasn't us.
Silence, creature. I will destroy
That's
you.
enough! These two just don't get along. The Dracula experiment is the last piece of the puzzle. And with your help, the world will never see the name Frankenstein the same again. Open the doors! Our greatest
Holy
victory.
crash out.
You're gonna love this.
Brace yourselves and witness my masterpiece, Dracula, under my control. Now, activate the machine. Wait, something's wrong. Igor, he's loose. Dracula is escaping.
I will set the nightmares free. For you, my brothers. Now feed!
Doctor, what is it? You're not gonna like this.
They're out! They're all out! Even the really ugly one!
Don't let anything touch you.
You got it, boss.
All monsters will bow to the name Frankenstein.
What the doctor means is thank you for coming. Now, only good reviews, yeah?
Hey, that was a fun one, wasn't it? It tilted us back and forth literally 90 degrees up, and then some. But now we're back in the Ministry of Magic in France, or Britain, I don't know which one, for the Ministry of Magic ride, and Umbridge's hearing. So let's see what they have in store for us. I like this like holographic projection thing on this newspaper. Just shows how insane Umbridge truly is, especially when she's being held in Azkaban. And this is the screen thing I was talking about. That background, it looks like it's more like office spaces that you could go walk into, right? Nuh-uh, it's a big giant screen. It was so cool. It had like those flying paper birds and everything. So while this was a 2-hour wait, it at least had some stuff to look at on the way there. Since I'm a big Potter fan, I love everything about the Wizarding World, and I love seeing all the tiny little details they put everywhere. Like this giant screen, like map type thing of the Ministry. It's animated. It kind of looks like paper, but they made a screen look like paper. I don't know how they did that, but it's really cool seeing all the tiny animations and stuff, and all the people moving around. And speaking of people moving around, how about those portraits of actual people? They show these in the movies as well, but there are some new additions over here, I think, with I think all just the previous Ministers of Magic. Yeah, look at them. They're all so moving around. It's awesome. Okay, this part was kind of weird. It was like an underground like city type thing. I know we're supposed to be in the Ministry of Magic, but this is weird even for that. There were some more portraits telling us to be careful about Umbridge's hearing. And then we got into Umbridge's old office where she used to work, and there's a magic duster just flying around everywhere, as well as a house elf. This place just screams of pink, because there's a bunch of pink everywhere. But this house elf animatronic was really cool. You'll see them in the ride later on as a main character, but here they just have so much life in what they're doing and stuff. Even though it is Umbridge's office, I do like the way it looks, especially this gold ceiling. How about you guys enjoy the Harry Potter ride, shall we?
Certain lift passages will not be accessible today due to heightened security.
Can you believe Umbridge is finally on trial?
It's about time she stands before the Wizzingmot.
Well, this is quite the tailback. Not surprising with everyone here on trial. Hello? Are you going to the trial too?
Of course, Ron. The whole Wizarding world wants to see justice served.
And we can't be late. I don't want to miss this.
I will do what must be done for the greater good. To the time room. Yaxley, dispose of them.
With pleasure, miss. Elfringo.
Alert! Death Eaters are attacked the Ministry. Dolores Umbridge has escaped.
Arrest on the letter.
Umbridge has escaped.
She's after a time turner again. We need to get to the time room.
They can help us. We must stop Miss Umbridge. Warning. Death Eaters have attacked the Ministry Archives. Unexpected lift in the Ministry Archives. There she goes. Hesitate will help. Stupid. You're after her. We won't let you stop us this time. Run the
Find Umbridge. Filthy.
creatures. Stop, miss!
Incredible! Now's the time Turner's got. Finish!
Bloody hell! An eruption!
Don't upset her.
Too late for that! What's that? Hurry! Get to the time room! Let's get out of here before the lift explodes!
Now back to the time of Lord Voldemort. You're too late.
You can't use a broken time turner, miss!
Nonsense.
Miss, look what you've done. Get out of here. We'll deal with them.
I will have order. How dare you try to stop me?
No, miss. Now Higgledy has your wand.
You must not tell lies, Professor! Order! Order!
And me.
We brought you a present, Minister.
Dolores Jane Umbridge. For your crimes, you'll spend the rest of your days in Azkaban.
This is an outrage.
Take her away!
You've done well, Higgledy. Dolores and this lot will be off to Azkaban soon.
Where evil mistresses belong, Miss Granger. We all save the ministry. Thank you, friends.
Today was a blast, from exploring the Mario world to the Harry Potter world and the monsters world and everything in between. Especially the Isle of Berk, we got to see dragons and stuff. It was an epic day, and I hope you guys will stay tuned for the next one tomorrow, where we do even more Universal things. We get to see the other parks. There are 2 more of them. So until then, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.